Dial M for Murder, Dirty Harry, The Conversation. Ringing telephones have punctuated movie soundtracks for as long as they've had sound. But just as the public phone looks like going the way of the dodo, along comes Phonebooth with rising star Colin Farrell trapped on the end of the line. Here's Peter Thompson.
Phonebooth is built around a single clever idea that expands to comment on and even satirise contemporary American life. For a while there, director Joel Schumacher was king of the summer blockbusters, making Batman movies and 2 films based on John Grisham novels. But he prefers much smaller budgets that allow him to take much bigger personal risks. Later in the year, we'll see his latest film, Veronica Guerin, starring Cate Blanchett. But meanwhile, Phonebooth delivers Colin Farrell on screen with Katie Holmes, Forrest Whitaker and Australian Radha Mitchell, and with the voice of Kiefer Sutherland. At the beginning, we're treated to a reminder of the universal web that now serves both our convenience and our paranoia.
Donnie, listen to me. I said I'd get you magazine coverage, and I'm getting you in a magazine.
And we meet Stu Shepard, who plays his mobile phone like a would-be concertmaster, juggling clients and contacts on his expanding show business network.
This is Erica or Lars. I can't tell the difference.
You got Stu.
Stu is a PR consultant, a flack, a spin doctor, and he's ruthless in going after what he wants. For director Joel Schumacher, he represents the media-saturated reality we all live in now.
We know we're being spun to constantly. I mean, the only difference between Colin Farrell's character and Ari Fleischer, who is the guy who does it for the President of the United States, the leader of the free world, is Ari Fleischer's just more educated, he's better salaried, and, you know, has bigger lies to tell. So I think that Colin's character is a very exaggerated, somewhat tongue-in-cheek version of, because he's so low rent, that's part of the fun of it.
Stu pauses on his rounds to use one of the last public phone booths in New York City. He doesn't want the number he's calling to show up on his telephone account where his wife Kelly might see it. His quarry is Pamela, an aspiring actress who believes Stu will help her, no strings attached. She doesn't see him as a liar, and if his morals are a bit wobbly, his sins are ones most of us share.
Listen, Pam, it's about time we really talked about your career. Come on.
We really demand the truth from others, but we kind of have a bargain with ourselves where we know it's okay for us to not tell the total truth about everything if we don't want to, because it's okay because it's us. And yeah, the only thing, but Colin also is adulterous. In other words, the only thing that hasn't happened, Katie Holmes just hasn't said yes yet.
She could say yes any time now, but without knowing it, Stu has reached a turning point. If only he could resist a ringing telephone.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? You hear a phone ring and it could be anybody. But a ringing phone has to be answered, doesn't it?
What? Tell me what you want.
If you hang up, I will kill you.
Nice try, pal. Go to hell.
Now, doesn't that just torque your jaw?
The caller, who stays invisible but who speaks with the voice of Kiefer Sutherland, sees himself as a moral adjuster, an invincible figure floating high above the rest of humanity. And he has Stu in his sights.
Hello? Baby, I just got this call from this guy who said you'd be calling me from a booth to tell me something important.
Tell her you call women from your little phone booth and invite them to have drinks at discreet hotels.
I'm not talking to you, baby.
Someone's got company.
Honey, who is that woman?
It's just some hookers trying to use the phone.
Please call me a hooker.
At the very beginning of the movie, most people dislike Colin's character very much. As the film goes on, they trade that because they start to feel empathy towards him because of the situation he's in. There are many times in watching the film with an audience where they agree with Kiefer. and then times when they don't.
Things escalate wildly when the hookers who rely on the phone for their work confront Stu, unaware that he can't hang up without getting shot. In earlier films of his, such as Falling Down with Michael Douglas and the recent Tigerland, which stars Colin Farrell, Schumacher also pushes things to the limit.
We are a very extreme culture, the United States. We take things to extreme. When you live in a country where there are over 250 million people and over 250 million guns, that's very extreme.
Working on a tight budget, Schumacher shot Phonebooth in 12 days, using 4 cameras simultaneously for much of that time. The technique adds considerable intensity to the performances, which are all exceptional.
As soon as I got into the phone booth again, I was like, oh my God, there's cameras everywhere. I just kind of stayed focused and didn't even look at them.
Joel Schumacher sees us all as victims and perpetrators in the unreliable contemporary moral universe. But most of all, he wants us to question authority.
We will respond.
You won't, because there isn't any.
Put down the phone and raise your hand.
Look, I can't. I'm on an important call.
Well, I sort of make fun of it, like movies like Phonebooth. I think that a lot of my films, I'm the kid with the snowball watching the pretentious rich man go by in the silk hat, and I knock the hat off with, I'm trying to knock the hat off with a snowball. So I think that some of the dark humor, as you mentioned, in all my movies is comment on my own culture and also on myself in a way. You know, I don't think I'm free from this either.
I say Pam.
No, look, this isn't Pam's fault. This is all my fault. She's innocent.
Oh, tick-tock, tick-tock. Time's running out. Okay, Kelly then. You decide.
No, please.
Like many other filmmakers, Joel Schumacher has done a trade-off. He's swapped access to huge budgets for the freedom to make the films he wants the way he wants to make them. Phonebooth won't pull in the crowds of The Matrix Reloaded, but it doesn't have to. It was in profit 2 days after opening on screens in the US. And if you like films that shake your cage, you'll understand why.